And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the New York Giants. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now it's Lauletta. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Lauletta looking to throw on 2nd down. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Detroit! On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, Lauletta. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
A handoff to Barkley. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Here's a give to Barkley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Hey! Jumbo!
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. A first down carry here for Johnson. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Dumping it off for Johnson. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Here we go. 58.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, but it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They usually look
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Room to run past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Here we go.
Here's Lawletta. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll give it to him up the middle. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
39! Green 39! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Lawletta on 3rd and goal. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't you practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
P.J. Hall there to make the tackle.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little game. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. They run it with Carson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe. Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Detroit! Detroit!
On second down, here's Lauletta. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Lauletta. Eluding the pressure right. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is going to be Packer football. A little careless with a football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Hey, 626!
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Here's Carson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers. Flush to his right. And an alley to run. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this timeout. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They'll toss it out to Carson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This is Carson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. All right. Wide left.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On now, it's Blair Walsh as he'll try the field goal here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And they are on the board. It's now 9-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And the Giants ready to come out now. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
Watch it now, Barney.
Here's Lawletta now on second. Left side, it's Beckham. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The Giants on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap to Lawletta. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They go play action here on first down. They'll let it go deep for Beckham and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll fake it. Now Lawletta. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This is a 49-yard attempt. Right hash. And Rosas puts this one through. And the lead stretches to 9. It's now 12-3. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll begin the drive with Carson. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Rodgers. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 22, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Lauletta after the interception to Barkley on the check down. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Lauletta on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
Detroit!
Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a handoff, Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on 3rd down, Lauletta. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And that's going to bump up their lead now to 15-3. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Rodgers now looking to throw on 2nd down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Rodgers now on 1st down. He shakes it off. And now he's swallowed up and taken down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Underneath for Johnson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Rodgers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep blow with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And the lead is down to 9. It's 15-6. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They begin with a run by Barkley. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They'll run it again with Barkley. Space to maneuver at the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
The pitch goes to Barkley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And they'll try the air now with Lauletta. It's caught. Beckham. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Hey, you got three down. Gun! Detroit!
Lauletta looking for a first down throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet, but not a whole lot of space down at the 30. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Gun!
On first down, Lauletta dumping it off for Johnson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Set! Blue 90!
Lauletta to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On second down, here's Lauletta, eluding the pressure right. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. On second down, here's Rodgers. Incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. On play action. Now Rodgers. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 14. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Lauletta looking to throw on 2nd down. On the crossing route, complete. That's Hodges. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been a bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Giants, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Green...